Breaking news tonight in Atlanta. 6 people arrested after protests turned violent in downtown Atlanta. Smashed windows and a police car set on fire. City leaders holding a news conference in the last few hours saying order has been restored.
My message is simple to those who seek to continue this type of criminal behavior. We will find you and we will arrest you and you will be held accountable.
The protests are over the future site of the Atlanta Public Safety Training Center. It is a battle that has been brewing for nearly 2 years now. Tensions growing between law enforcement and activists who are against the development since it's going up in part of Atlanta's largest remaining urban forest. Tonight's violence coming 3 days after the death of a demonstrator, 26-year-old Manuel Esteban Paez-Tehran, shot and killed by police after the GBI says Tehran shot a state trooper who at last check is still inside the hospital. We have live team coverage for you tonight. Coming up, Brittany Kleinpeter explains how City of Atlanta officials have spent this evening reacting to the violence. But we begin our coverage with Dawn White, who was on the ground when all of this unfolded around 6 o'clock tonight.
Well, Jeff, what started as a demonstration underground Atlanta, it ended with this at the Wells Fargo along Peachtree Street. This boarded up door and this line here of boarded up windows. There were shards of glass on the ground here up until about an hour ago. That is when crews cleaned them up. And then there was still a police presence here 5 hours after this chaos started. Take a look at this video that was sent in by an 11 Alive viewer. A police source at the scene tells me the protesters set this police car on fire and then smashed in the windows at several downtown businesses. About 150 people were at that protest that happened earlier today around 5 o'clock this afternoon. The demonstrators, they organized to protest what they call Cop City, and they also came together to protest the death of Manuel Esteban Paez-Tehran earlier this week at the site of the proposed training facility in DeKalb County. Investigators say Tehran shot at a state trooper first, who returned fire. This evening, I spoke to a witness who said a group gave him a Stop Cop City flyer, and then he saw the destruction begin.
When they were pulling up in U-Hauls and they had the type of glass breaker that taps the window and the glass just automatically shatters, I was dumbfounded. I couldn't believe that this was happening here in America. It's almost like some third world country type stuff.
I think the money can be spent in better places. I don't think we need to further militarize, the police and, we shouldn't be, destroying nature to promote police militarization.
And that witness told me that the group was being very loud and aggressive. He said one person even bumped into him. Jeff.